Okay, so we're going to pick back up on sun salutations. So we're going to come to the top of our mat. All right. Inhale, hands apart. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up. Small back bend. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Knee down, toe down. Pause. And then you're going to go into plank. Feel free to stay on your knees. Exhale, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, chin. Then we're going to peel up into cobra, release the toes to the ground. Exhale, push back into downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, keeping that foot right underneath. And then exhale, left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, hands apart. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, swoop arms up to the sky, little back bend. Exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee down to the ground, releasing the foot to the ground. Hold the breath, bring the right foot back into plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down. Peel up into cobra. Good job. Releasing the feet. And then exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. And pause. Nice modification. Good job. And right foot forward, fold. Exhale. Inhale, all the way up, mini back bend. And exhale, hands to the ground. Now we're going to go to the front of our mat and we're going to go into chair pose. So you're just going to bring your knees forward with your back nice and straight. And you're just going to continue lowering until you go to the ground. Controlling it. And then slowly bringing your bottom to the ground when you get there. Okay. Now you can go ahead and place your legs out in front of you. And you're going to go onto your back. And we'll just take a couple of breaths right here in a mini shavasana. Releasing the hips and any extra tension, letting your feet splay out. You should definitely be feeling the heat a little now. Okay, so you're going to flex your toes towards the ceiling. You can keep your arms at your side, or you could put them above your head if you want an extra challenge, or behind your head as well. Whatever feels comfortable to you, we're going to do some leg lifts. So we're going to inhale the right leg towards the sky. And exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale all the way to the ground. Make sure you are breathing. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Now, if you'd like to try it while hovering your feet, it'll engage your core more. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, hover. And release down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, hover for a period of time, just engaging the core. And then exhale, release it to the ground. Now we're going to lift our right leg up. So inhale, right leg up. And you can feel free to bend your knee if you'd like to. We're going to take our hands and wrap them around our leg. And we're going to lift our chest and shoulders off the ground. So we're getting a nice stretch all the way on the back of our leg. Great job, Sierra. Taking a couple breaths here. Not feeling any pressure to straighten the leg, just as high as you can go. Exhale, just bring your shoulders down, keep your leg up. Inhale, raise the leg up. Exhale, lower it to the ground. All right, same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Lift your shoulders off the ground, grasping your leg behind your calf muscle if you can. Keeping your chin nice and neutral. You should feel the stretch behind your hamstring, your calf muscle. Keep your toe flexed if you can. Trying hard to root that right hip still into the ground as well. And exhale, release your shoulders to the ground. Inhale, lift the leg, and exhale, release the leg down. Inhale and exhale. Engage the toes again. Inhale, bring both legs up off the ground towards the ceiling. We're going to do 3 lifts here. You can go all the way to the ground or hover. So exhale to the ground or hover. Inhale up. Exhale to the ground. Nice job. Inhale up. And exhale to the ground. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale to the count of 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release into the ground. Go ahead and bring your knees up and just windshield wiper your legs back and forth to loosen everything up. Nice job. This is Jeff's first class ever. This is a little tidbit there. All right, and we're just going to do 2 or 3 breaths here. Just relax for a little bit. Remembering your intention. All right, inhale, bring your knees to your chest. And you're going to rock and roll until you come into a seated position. Go ahead and cross your legs, and you're going to come into tabletop. And you can spread your knees out to the corner or to the edges of your mat, putting your toes together in the back to kind of make like a diamond, and we're going to sink back into child's pose. And we're going to prepare for headstand. If headstand is not in your practice, please listen to the prompts, and you definitely get the same benefit either way. Please do not push yourself past the point. Just do what feels comfortable to you. So inhale and exhale a couple more times here. Alright, I'm going to face this way. Okay, so we're going to inhale and come up into tabletop. To check with our alignment here, we're going to go ahead and go onto our elbows. So our forearms are on the ground. Now to check to see how far away they should be, you want to grasp alternate elbows. So we're going to kind of do this to see how close we need to be. So you should be able to wrap both your hands. Good job. Now release them out, and you're going to cradle your hands together, interlock your fingers to kind of make like a pocket for your head. So rest your head down in that, opening it up, just like that. Now with the headstand, you shouldn't be putting much pressure on your head, and we'll just slowly walk into this here. So this is our first position. You can hang out here as long as you'd like. Just having the head below the heart is allowing the heart to have a lot less pressure on it. So
Do you hear my cat meowing?
What's that?
Do you hear my cat meowing at me?
No.
Okay, good. I was like, oh gosh, he won't stop.
Oh, it's fine. I don't hear it. Okay, so we're going to, our second stage here would be to tuck your toes in, and you're going to lift your bottom up into the sky, and this would be our second position. Something you also want to be aware of is making sure that our elbows are nice and, yeah, you can stay right here. Elbows are in. You don't want to splay the elbows out at all. Okay, so once we get to that second position, if you'd like to, you can walk your feet forward. You can go ahead and lift up one leg and release it down to the ground. Lift up the other leg and release it to the ground. And now you can try to lift both feet in your practice.
I know, I hear him. I hear him. It's okay. And then you close the door and he's going to cry because he wants to go out.
So hang out here for a little, just keeping your head balancing mostly on your shoulders, keeping your core strong, looking at a drishti, focal point, and release down to the ground whenever you feel like you've had enough. And you're going to go into a nice release here and child's pose. So the headstand was a way for us to focus on our crown chakra. And now we're taking a look and focusing on our third eye. So go ahead and place your forehead onto the ground, connecting your third eye to the ground. And you can slowly come up onto your knees. And we're going to go back into tabletop. Bring your legs forward and sit on your bottom. And you're going to bring yourself all the way onto your back. And you're going to go right into plow. So you're bringing your legs back. And the modification would just be bringing your legs just off the ground like this. Yep. So we're lifting into crow, and then we're going to lift into shoulder stand. So connect your hands to your low back, making sure your elbows are in your body, pushing your legs up. I'm still learning and growing in this pose. So things we want to remember is keeping our core nice and tight. You can feel free to get some water if you want. And keeping our toes pointed towards the sky. And keeping our chin loose. And now we're going to take a couple more breaths here. And now you can release your hands to the ground, and we're going to move into plow. Interlace your fingers behind you. If you'd like to have a modification of this, you can just keep your legs lifted. These poses are focusing on our throat chakra. So we want to make sure we still have a nice and easy area around our throat, not tensing it. And you're going to slowly roll your back down onto the ground and keep your legs raised. And slowly bring your legs down to the ground. And just take a couple deep breaths here. Next, we're going to move into heart opening poses. So the first one of these is bridge. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your legs, your knees in, so your feet should be parallel right underneath of your hips. Your knees should be stacked on top of your ankles. So if you need to tuck them in a little bit, you can do that. Hands are by your side. Now with an inhale, we're going to push our pelvis into the sky and interlace our fingers underneath of our back. That is one way of doing it. And then a modified way would be coming into reverse table, which would just be bringing your hands down and pushing your belly up to the sky like this. But to show bridge, we're going to go ahead and inhale, lift the hips off the ground, putting all of your weight onto your shoulder blades and interlacing your fingers behind, tucking the scapula underneath. So your shoulder blades are on the ground, squeezing together. We want to pretend that we have a block in between our knees, so we want to have a lot of focus on bringing the knees together and having that energy there. Lifting your pelvis. Nice job. Keeping your chin nice and relaxed. And exhale, you can release that. And just take a breath or two here. Now we're going to move into wheel. If wheel is not in your practice, you can feel free to do bridge again. So you're going to bring your knees up, as they already are. You're going to make your hands like you're holding a pizza pie, and you're going to place them behind your head so your fingers are facing your shoulders. So the placement is more next to your ears. Fingers are towards your shoulders. And if you need to, you can spread your legs out a little bit, but you want to make sure you're keeping some alignment here. So when you inhale, you're going to push up.
This is my nemesis pose.
Oh, be careful. Whenever you're ready to get out of the position, you're just going to tuck your chin in and release your arms down to the ground.
Oh my god, this is so hard. It's so hard.
You're doing great, Sierra. All right, now we're going to just move into a nice simple pose. So you're just going to bring your legs out forward, flat into the ground. This is our last heart opening pose. So we're going to point our toes, and we're going to put all of our pressure on our forearms here. So we're going to push our chest off the ground using our forearms. So push your, use this and come off so this part of your arm isn't even on. Yep. Then you're going to bring your head back and try to touch the ground. That's perfect. Yes. So you have a nice heart opening. 8 breaths. I know it's a lot. You can feel free to bring your toes up if you'd like to. 2 more breaths here. Opening the chest towards the sky. Go ahead and tuck your chin in and bring your head down. Nice job. And take a couple breaths here in Shavasana. All right, on your next inhale, you're going to bring your knees to your chest. And again, we're just going to rock and roll all the way to seated position with our legs out and in front of us, getting ready for a seated forward fold. So with this, you can feel free to use any props that you would like to. A band if you'd like. And what we're going to be focusing on is keeping our legs straight, our toes flexed, and where we want to feel it is at our hips. So we're literally moving our hips towards our thighs. We're keeping our back straight. Wherever your hands land is completely fine. But with each breath, we're going to try to go a little bit further into the stretch. If you need to give your legs a break, you can feel free to bend them. We're going to keep the back straight for a couple breaths, and then we're going to go ahead and curve the spine. right on the tops of your toes there. Nice job. Good job, Jeff. Now, if you'd like to, you can feel free to round your shoulders so we can get a nice stretch on our whole back of our body. So the back of our legs, the back of our calves, our rhomboids, all those muscles in between our scapula there. Just releasing into this, making sure we're breathing, not holding our breath. This is focusing on the solar plexus chakra. All right, you can go ahead and just come back up into seated position here with our legs still forward. We're going to do a pose that kind of counteracts that, which is an inclined plane. So you're going to place your hands on the ground behind you, fingers facing your bottom, and we're going to push our pelvis off of the ground, keeping our neck nice and relaxed and opening our heart towards the sky. You can feel free to stay here, or you can go ahead and do a tabletop, reverse tabletop, which I realize now I said earlier. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. And release the bottom down to the ground. And you'll just cross your legs, and we're going to go into a tabletop. Couple breaths here, just kind of reconnecting. You're going to go ahead and tuck your toes in, lift up into high plank. You can feel free to keep your knees on the ground if you'd like. We're going to slowly lower all the way to the ground. Good job. Hands are right next to our chest, so our tops of our fingertips are right in line with the tops of our shoulders. Nice. Now we're going to lift into baby cobra. So what I want you to focus on is lifting with your back body and your core, not using your hands to push you off the ground. So we're going to inhale and lift our chest off the ground. And just breathing here. If you want to test yourself, you can feel free to lift your fingers off the ground, see if you can still stay there. If you'd like to do a full expression of cobra, you can go ahead and straighten your elbows out and lift your body all the way up. And exhale, lower to the ground. Release your cheek to the ground. And just relax for a little bit. Okay, you can go ahead and place your hands, palms facing up, down to your sides here. We're going to go into locust. So bring your chin so your chin is hitting the ground. To do the full expression of locust, you can go palms down and bring them underneath your pelvis. Or you can interlace your fingers, kind of like you're bumping a volleyball, placing your thumbs on the ground right below your pelvis area. I like to just stay with my arms on the side. So we're just going to do this in movements here. So we're going to inhale and lift the right leg, grounding our hip into the ground. Exhale, lower your right leg. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, lower your left leg. Inhale, just lift your chest. Exhale, release your chest to the ground. Now we're going to do the full expression. So we're going to inhale, lift both of our legs and our chest. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale, arms off the ground behind us. Hips are rooted into the ground, chest is lifted, shoulders are pinched in the back. 2 more breaths.